do this because I'm telling you to do this. Whoa. I mean, in medicine, they'll fire the physician very quickly. Yeah.
It's interesting, we've discussed this before, a group of us, what emotion best gets you into the focus mode. It isn't fear, it isn't anger, it isn't I don't care. It's predator mode. If you ever watch a big cat chasing an animal, the focus there is so intense. That animal moves and he moves right with it. He's actually. But
what does that animal have to be that's hunting?
The what?
The animal that's hunting has to be something.
Hungry.
Starving. And I don't know who it was who told me that it was a great thing. The lion is eating. You don't see him stockpiling antelope. And antelope can walk by. It's that antelope's lucky day. I have no desire to go do it. I don't want it bad enough. But when that animal gets starving, he ain't going to let go of that antelope. One of them's going to win. One's going to die. I mean, when they're out there playing, how bad do you want it? Because if you're afraid of failing, that antelope is never going to leave that perch. And it's never going to go out. I mean, there's days it's going to survive. And as athletes, we have to continue to push as hard as, you've got to be willing to fail in order to succeed. There was a question over here. Did I miss it? Oh, over here, Haley.
Okay, I'm still learning this, but I think the biggest difference from like amateur golf, professional golf, is when you have that good round, like when I go off shooting 68, and I'm talking to you even the night before or whatever, I'm in my emotional state, talking about how you don't go the next day and try to like create that same feeling or that same like copy of everything you did, in like the feeling wise. So I mean, let's like 2 weeks ago I shot 68 and 74 and 70, so like it's still kind of there where I almost kind of copy, you know, the 68 just happened. I don't even know what I do. Just, you know, the last 2 times my first rounds, you know, been up 67, 68. That second round's right on par, maybe 1 or 2 over, and then the third round back at it. So still. Yeah. Like,
so when you're trying to recreate, what are you doing? You're in the past. Yeah. Okay. So you know, people say stay in the present, stay in the present. Just live now. Okay. When you're trying to recreate how you felt yesterday, you really are bad at understanding how you got in that state. So you try to recreate everything you've done. So you become superstitious, you do stuff like that, but really, we romanticize the past wonders and we over-glorify the past failures. Okay? So we're really bad at it. So what you did yesterday, you got there. You don't believe you can get there by yourself again? Or why do you have to recreate? And that's what athletes do. It's like, well, yesterday I ate eggs. Okay? It's the same logic as saying, I had a great breakfast this morning. I had Dunkin' Donuts, a chocolate glazed donut, a couple others. I mean, those are life-changing. Yeah, they are, Dale, aren't they? Okay, the problem with that is that's not going to impact my likelihood to enjoy my dinner tonight, is it? Because I had a great breakfast. But dinner is a brand new experience. So if I try to say, I'm going to recreate my breakfast this morning, I'm going to have the same breakfast. That's why when somebody says, I want you, man, you're going to love this movie. It's The Hangover is the perfect example. The people who went and saw it, they loved it. When they told their friends to go see it, they were like, eh. It was all right. So when you're trying to recreate, you're not being in the moment. Instead, just say, look, I'm going to do my structure. Percentage-wise, there's 4 outcomes to any sporting event. You play well and win, you play well and lose. You play poorly and win, you play poorly and lose. All we can try to do is play our best. Can't control the outcome.
Was there never shoot 59 thinking she wants to recreate that 68 anyway?
No, exactly. I mean, and
you want to recreate a 68?
Exactly.
It's a good round, but that's what your mind's thinking.
Yeah.
68, I'd love to do that again tomorrow. You can never shoot 61 or 59 or anything else if you're thinking 68 is what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're working on
that. Yeah. Right. And sometimes the 72 is the best round of the whole tournament.
Could be.
I mean, you know, when I'm watching my players and you're waiting on the phone call, it's like, oh God, I got one while I'm here. They had a good round today, but I'm like, oh God. And then all of a sudden it's like, okay. And then you call like, oh, today was awesome. Man, I didn't have it, but boy, I battled. And I'm like, whoa, okay. Then this other day, I shot 67. It's like, man, I left a lot out there. Wow. But we're really bad at evaluating ourselves, by the way. Other question? There was one. Oh, yeah. Scott.
Along those lines, do you not want them to evaluate themselves, or do you want that to be
After every round, I want the 3s. 3 things you did in a voice memo. 3 things you did well. 3 areas where you can improve, and the 3 ways you're going to improve it. And if you're not telling me you're going, and my tour players, they send that to me. This is my rule. You send it to me, your swing coach, your putting coach, and I usually like the caddy to send it to me if I know the caddy. And they're going to send me theirs. after every round, the threes. 3 things you did well, the 3 things you didn't do well today, and the 3 ways you're going to improve. And what happens is they're like, oh, I'm going to go out there and figure it out. Like, whoa, go back to your foundations. They'll be there. Get out on the range, work your process and your plan. But remember, they can't do it while they're sitting in the scoring tent. Yeah.
There's been a lot of talk this week with the Youth and Family Golf Summit about not over-teaching and when kids are just getting involved in the game. What's your thought on 4- and 5-year-olds or just even any kids that are just beginning the game? What's your thought on how we're coaching them?
Have fun, get them chicken fingers, Snicker bars.
And break them down.
Yeah, beat them down. Break their mentality. Have them out there. If you got older players, bring them around, let them mentor. It'll be good for the older players too to see them. Even the tour guys, stuff like that. It gives them a reminder of what the game is fun. Be fun with them. But they do want to play golf. If they want to be out there, let them play. You know, Dottie Pepper said something last year on the main stage about the biggest mistake that golf courses are making in today's world is the fact that they're mandating a 9-hole thing. And the courses she grew up on had a 1 out, 1 and 2 came back in, or 2 and 4 came in, so you can play 4 in the thing. I mean, I think, you know, we're not fortunate at our course. 4 and 5 are the furthest 2 points on both courses away from the clubhouse. So it's tough, and 13 and 14 on both holes the exact same way. Make it fun for them. I hate to say it, let them drive the cart. I mean, that's what makes it fun for them. You know, put them in your lap and go out there.
No.
I don't have the liability you have.
There's also a lot of, you know, use their imagination, don't even call it golf, call it something.
Yeah, but here's the thing about that. It's like my kids were in Upward for a while playing thing, and they're like, we don't keep score. And the mom goes, you know, we won 4-2 though. They all keep score, okay? But do things that they can be successful. I mean, golf's a punishing game. I mean, you can't be sucky and hide in right field, okay? You can't be the left guard. Golf is very exposing, so do things to help them. You know, do stuff that makes it fun for them. And hell, get that 42-inch cup from TaylorMade, you know, that they had in their thing. So there's a question over here. Any other thoughts? Okay. First of all, it's a pleasure. Okay, I love this, and I hope I answered some questions. I hope you realize. So my focus and my desire. I haven't written a book yet. I've thought about it. I've started many manuscripts. I've stopped them. There's a reason. Is I don't feel like I have the answers, and I learn more from you guys than you learn from me, and I learn more from my players than I can learn from any of them. There's a lot to be learned in this game. My pet peeve is that there is no guru in my field. The sports psychologist should not be the guru. Okay, the sports psychologist is a member of the team. And my dad was a lieutenant colonel in the Air Force, and he flew the special forces at the end. Special forces don't hold press conferences. And I tell my players all the time, I don't want to be mentioned in the press conference because you're the one that did it, not me. I'm just a member of your team, okay? And all I've done is help shine a light on the areas of your own life. I want to go back to that charter question. And your call to action when you leave here is to define your charter. And I would love for you to tweet me at Dr. Bhrett McCabe. I'll put it up here if you don't have it. Because I want to know what your charter is. You have 140 characters, that's it. It better be simple. If your mission statement is too long, it's not a mission statement, it's a manifesto. Okay? My mission in life, my charter, is to make people reach their true levels of excellence. That's why I do this. I love it. I love everything I do about it. I'd spend every single day with my players if I could. You know, out there. I mean,